What's going on, everybody? So Dan here. How you doing? That's like my call sign. I always say that. Dan here. All right. So you want to know how to start a career as a truck driver, but you don't know how. So I get that question every once in a while on some of my older videos. How do I start driving trucks, Dan? What did you do? Or how do I find jobs? So that's why I titled this "Truck Driving Jobs Near Me," because it's a very popular question with you guys with Google, of all things. So you ask me, I did a search, and so I figured it out. It's not hard because it's pretty much basic common sense. If you're in the industry, then you know. So let me answer y'all's question. How do I find truck driving jobs near me? Okay, well, there's two ways to go about it. One, you're brand new, you don't have a license to drive trucks, or you have a license to drive trucks and you're looking for a change of pace, maybe a change of job, not necessarily a change of career. Or maybe you have your CDL and you're doing something else, like cutting grass. I don't know. But whatever it is, you're here. And so let's answer your question. So you don't have a license, you're just out of high school, or you're just out of college, or whatever, you're just out of a trade school, you want to get into truck driving, you think that's where you want to be, and you don't know how to do it. All right, there's two simple ways of going about it. Number one, CDL school. So look in your area for local CDL schools, and they're probably all going to offer you job placement assistance, where they're going to have career counselors that's going to help you with your resume, and depending on how well you do in school, you know, they're going to try to really fight to help you get the best job you can get, because that is their reputation. So, number one, if you join their school, they're going to pass you. It would be very difficult to not pass if you go to a CDL school, because their reputation is, we will train you, you will be successful. Number two, their reputation is, once we train you, we will help you find a job. So like they do a whole package deal. So right there, right off the bat, you can get in with a CDL school close by. Sometimes like a technical college close by will do it. There's some private companies close by that might do it for you. But they're going to have job placement. They're going to help you, okay? That is one way of going about it. But then it's not going to be the cream of the crop job. You're not going to go right into, you know, line hauling doubles with no touch freight right out of school with zero experience. That's slim and far between because most places are going to want a year or two. So you're going to have to work your way up, have some patience. Don't be too hard on the job placement. They're going to do the best they can. They're going to give you some options. You fill out the applications. They'll help you send them in. And then you start asking your questions and you pick something that's most suitable for you. But in a year or two, it's when you can make your change and get into something that's better for you, both financially, better benefits, better equipment, stuff like that. But right off the bat, it's a little rough because you're not going to have that year or two experience. So school with job placement, that's number one. That's the easiest way to do it. All right. The second easiest way to do it is to contact companies on the internet, you know, do a search, excuse me, truck driving jobs near me or whatever, or on-the-job training, OJT, OJT, on-the-job training, and let them come to you, let their recruiters contact you, and this guy behind me, what a douche, let them come to you and offer you the ability for them to train you, get you in their truck. Now what they're going to do is they're going to make you an offer. Hey, you come work with us, we'll send you a bus ticket, we'll send you a plane, we'll send you airfare, we're going to send you to our training area, we're going to put you up in a hotel, we're going to pay you, you know, you're going to get money for food, and you're going to make a little paycheck, and they're going to train you for 2, 3, 6 weeks. They're going to train you how to drive their trucks. They're going to help you get your license. And then you're going to owe them 6 months to a year, possibly more, of your life as payment. And they're going to pay you to drive their trucks. Now, companies like Swift will do that. You know, that's a good entry-level job. That gets your foot in the door. They got nice equipment. You know, van trailers or whatever the hell, dry van trailers, stuff like that, you know. And you can go as a company person and just drive their equipment, or you can get on with them after you know, pass their class. You can get on with them as a lease owner operator, and you can lease a truck. And so if you start paying attention, you might see white Swift tractors hauling their white trailers. You might see blue. I don't know if you see red, but you might see blue. The ones, or actually it might be any color, I can't remember. But the ones that are colored trucks, oh, we don't use that term anymore, colored. The ones that are colored trucks are the leased owner operators. Leased, L-E-A-S-E-D, leased owner operators. All right. The ones that are white are company drivers. So now you know. All right. So you can go that route with a company like Swift, and there may be many more companies in your area or on the internet. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, they're gonna bus you or fly you to their training grounds, and then you're gonna get your license. My brother did that. He went to a company, I can't remember what company it was. He went to a company, they bussed him over, put him in a hotel, gave him money for food, gave him a decent paycheck to get him through the training, got him his Class A CDL license from nothing to a Class A CDL license with air brake and stick shift allowable, no restrictions. And they put him in, what is it, a K900, K9000, K900, along those Kenworth. And he did that truck driving, just like that. So that option's available. So you got school with job placement, and then you got recruiters with larger companies that can get your foot in the door and get you into a truck, one of their trucks. And like I said, though, you got to be careful, because they're going to get you to sign a contract for 6 months or a year, maybe more. And, you know, you're at the bottom of the barrel when you do that. So you got to know what you're getting into and be willing to put up with the suck for a little while, because things might suck for a little while. But that is a free way to obtain your Class A CDL and not have to pay $4,000, $6,000, or $10,000 back in student loans. So now you might pay it in a less of a paycheck by working with a company that trains you. But hey, whatever, you need to weigh that out for yourselves, okay? So that's option number 2. Those are the 2 best ways of getting into a truck driving career from nothing, from zero, from having no CDL license, okay? All right, now number 3, let's say you have your license, you already have your Class A or your Class B license, and you're just looking to change to a new job, or how do I get into dump trucking or something like that. Well, I use Indeed, the app, right? So Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and stuff like that are fantastic tools for you. First of all, they're 100% free. So download the Indeed or the Zip. I'm not endorsed or sponsored by them. This is straight from the heart and experience. You download their app. You go through the process of filling out your resume, free, right? 10 years work history, high school, college, whatever. Your personal information, driver's license, what endorsements, stuff like that. That's your resume. Save it to your device. Okay, now you have your resume that you can give to anybody at any time. And if you've got a printer at the house or whatever, you can print from your phone or device, or email it to your home computer and print your resume and do the old-fashioned way, shake hands and hand resumes to HR everywhere you go, right? But like Indeed, Zip, things like that, they have a ton of companies paying buku bucks to find you and your license and put you in their truck. They spend a lot of money to do an ad looking for drivers, and they're not wasting their money. So if you see an ad, some of them might even say urgently hiring multiple candidates. Man, you're in. All you need is a pulse and a license, and you're in. It's up to you to read the fine print. What are they paying? What's their benefit package? You know, all that sort of stuff. Pay attention to that. But that right there is a fantastic way of getting a job, switching from one job to the other. Just job company or, employment companies like that. It's free for you. It costs the employer. So they're real. And then you check the box that says, yes, allow potential employers to contact me. And in the morning when you wake up, after your resume being on there and everything for a couple days, in the morning when you wake up, you'll have 2 or 3 offers from companies. And on those sites, they don't want to get inundated with a bunch of candidates that are going to waste their time. So they put most of their meat and potatoes on the plate right up front. They let you know how much fat is in it and how much good is in it. And you can see basically what they're going to pay you, what their benefit package looks like. Is it days? Is it nights? Is it over the road, regional? Is it local? Is it, is it teams? Is it what? All that's going to be right there. What endorsements that they need you to have? Do you need to have doubles, triples, hazmat, stuff like that? What experience you need to have? They weed it out so you don't waste their time applying for a job you don't stand a chance getting. If it says 2 years minimum required and you've had your license for 12 months, don't waste your time, because 2 years minimum required, at the end of the day, when they do your MVR, they're going to know, so that sucks. So you need to be honest with them and expect them to be honest with you. So that's number 3, is the free apps and stuff like that. What a great tool that is, right? So refresh, you got truck driving school with job placement, and you got recruiters that'll put you in training for their company and then put you in a truck, and then you owe them 6 months or a year or something like that. Those are 2 methods if you don't have a license. And then a method to switch jobs is like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, stuff like that. And then ultimately, as you're driving around, you look at a lot of these dry van trailers that are riding around on the highways and stuff like that, and almost every one of them says now hiring, stuff like that. And it'll have their mileage, they pay 55 cents a mile, or teams, or, home nightly, home daily, stuff like that. What a great opportunity to go up and drive up to that vehicle and look at the equipment and look to see what do they have. You know what I mean? Are you going to be driving around a rat box on wheels held together with safety wire and peanut butter? Or do they have nice equipment? Right there, nice equipment is worth a couple bucks an hour, because at the end of the day, and when you drive a rat box all day, you go home beat up, tired, and you can't do anything. You drive something nice all day, you go home and you don't even feel like you worked. So, that makes a difference. But yeah, identifying jobs right on the road, because employers will plaster it right on the back of their trailer, is huge. I mean, it's huge. It's right there. It's basically what they're looking for and what they're offering right there on the road for you to look at, And then, of course, the 5th way is the old-fashioned way, and that's word of mouth. If you know somebody that's a truck driver or has a family member that's a truck driver, ask. Hey, do you know anybody that's hiring? And usually they're going to point you in the right direction. Truck drivers don't want to screw people over. We really don't. We'll tell you, hey, that company's a good company to work for. Go, that's something that you can get your foot in, and, that might work out good for you. Or, hey, that company would be a good stepping stone, but, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's got a high turnover rate, something like that. You need to be careful. Listen to that driver, see what they have to say. Now, another way that you can look into like hiring jobs or truck driving jobs, is look at different truck driving forums on like Facebook and stuff like that. Like there's a forum here for the port. Truck drivers have a truck driver, like Georgia Port truck drivers or something like that. And they're on there, and there'll be owner-operators on there posting ads and, posts all the time. Hey, I need somebody that can drive a 10-speed manual in and out of the port, 200 a day, 10 hours a day, whatever, blah, 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 whatever their offer is. You might find something that way too. You can be like, hey, look, man, I just got my license a few months ago. What are you doing? Can I train with you? Are you willing to give me a shot? And try to work with somebody for like a year to get that experience. And then from there, you can jump into something else also. Because if you just got your license, it's hard to get a job. That's why if you just got your license, if you went through or if you're going to go and just get your license, I should say, really consider truck driving school, because it's going to pay you, you're going to pay them, it's going to pay you back in job placement. They're going to help get you a job. That's their reputation. That's how they get new recruits. So food for thought. So like social media could be a great way to help you find a job. All right, so these are just questions I'm answering from the comment section and helping you guys out. I put a video up here, way up there, way up. I put a video on a study guide to help you pass your CDL Class A brake exam. Super important, no room for error, zero tolerance. You miss one step, you fail. You don't turn the key back on, so you get the buzzers and the lights and you can see your needles moving, you fail. That's it. So I got a really nice study guide. It goes over every step of the Class A CDL brake exam. It's a study guide, and you can watch that video over and over and over again. It'll really help you out. I'll link to it in the video description. I'll link to it in the comment section. Super important video to memorize. It's the hardest part of the CDL test is the in-cab brake inspection, all right? Along with the overall pre-trip of the vehicle. But the in-cab brake inspection, you miss one, you fail. Pre-trip, you can miss a few things here and miss a few things there. You'll still pass because it's a point system. Brake exam, you fail. So I hope I help you guys out. I hope I give you guys some solid advice. And I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and checking out my channel and watching my videos, man. It helps me and makes me feel good, gives me a little bit of confidence, lets me know that I'm right around the target of what you guys want. So hey, come back often, drop a comment, let me know what you want, and I'll try to answer it in the next video. So I'll see you guys on the next one.